Hey everyone, welcome to Halloween video number 5. This is actually my second video for today, so make sure you check out the previous one if you missed it. I wasn't planning on doing another video like back to back with the other one, but I thought I would quickly film while I created these fun little tags, and now I'm rushing to get this edited and done before I have to cook supper. So I die cut some white cardstock with MFT's Tag Builder Blueprints die to make some fun little tags, and then I'm just sponging on different colors of their MFT dye inks. So I had started with Lemon Drop, and then I did Orange Fizz, and then here I'm doing Tangy Orange, and I'm just using my mini ink blending tool and picking the ink up and then just pouncing it onto the tag. And these inks, same as with stamping them, when they dry, they kind of blend into the cardstock a bit more and smooth out a bit. So even though I kind of like the splotchy look of sponging the ink on, it does smooth out a lot. So I did the first one in more of a kind of Halloween color sky theme, and then this one I was kind of thinking of more of a night sky, somewhat of a color. So I started with the blue raspberry, and this time I started at the bottom and did the blue raspberry, and then I'm adding grape jelly ink and then steel gray. And these ink blenders are pretty new, at least new to these colors, so I haven't used them a lot because, you know, the more you use them, the more ink they absorb, and they just kind of work better. So I've really got to like push them into the ink pad to pick up more ink, but the more I use them, the more ink they'll have in them. Kind of same as, you could use sponge daubers or even a makeup sponge would work. So once I was done all the sponging, I die cut a bunch of elements with the new Spooky Scene Dynamics from some black licorice cardstock. And I ran it through a couple times, so I had multiple pieces for my tags. And then I grabbed my black Wink of Stella, which I love, and I did all this over some scratch paper as well, because the black especially just tends to get everywhere. And little pieces like this, you want to coat them with the Wink of Stella before putting them on anything, because otherwise it's going to take you forever to add the Wink of Stella and not get black everywhere else. So quickly coated everything with the black, and then I die cut the ghosts and the moon dies from the same set, just from some white cardstock. And then I'm adding white Wink of Stella to these pieces. You could totally use clear, but I had the white and I thought I would use it. It's a completely different effect. It's almost got like a chalky white color to it, which obviously isn't going to show up on the white, but I've used it over colored cardstock just to see what it would do. And yeah, it's kind of chalky. It's different. It's not as sparkly as the black. Like, this black is crazy sparkly. It's really fun. But I liked that the white was different. I didn't want the whole thing to be the same sort of sparkle. I kind of wanted different parts to stand out. I don't know. Anyway, once I was done coating everything with the Wink of Stella, I'm going to start assembling all the little elements on these fun tags, and I'm just letting parts hang over. So making sure not to apply any of the Tombow Mono Multi where it's hanging over, because otherwise it's going to get glued to my craft mat here. So just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and adding these little elements and creating little mini scenes on these tags, and just making sure, yeah, like I said, do not apply any adhesive where it hangs over, plus not to apply too much adhesive because you don't want it oozing out everywhere. So really, really small amount is needed. And once it dries, which only takes like a minute, the stuff is adhered for good. Like, you'd tear the cardstock if you tried to move it. So created my two little scenes and then decided to add the second bat to the first one. And I had sponged a third tag because I had a bunch of extra die cuts kind of left over, so I didn't want to waste them. So I quickly sponged another tag in the yellows and oranges and applied another tree to this one, and then this is the one I used that fence on, and I had only applied the Wink of Stella to like half the fence because I knew I'd be trimming off a big chunk of it, so why waste the time? So got some adhesive on there and then got that pressed into place, and then I'm just going to lift up the tag and snip off the parts that are hanging over. And really I'd have enough for yet another tag if I'd wanted to sponge another one and use that little fence on. So I can set that aside, and then I'm going to just adhere the cat, and then I decided I wanted to add the little half moon die cut. So after I adhered the sentiment and realized I wanted the moon kind of in the background, I just used my scissors to quickly peel up that little branch. The glue hasn't completely set yet, so I was able to do it without tearing everything. And peeled that up just enough so I could slip the little moon underneath that and press it into place. And once that's done, I just need to add some baker's twine to all these little tags. So I just had some black baker's twine in my stash, and I don't even know how long I cut it, but long, just a decent enough length, and then doubled it over so that I can run it through from behind on the tag and then pull it tight, and then it's secured. And that's my fun little Halloween tags. So super, super sparkly. You can see it here. Like, oh, I love the black white Castella. It is so pretty in real life. So as always, there will be a link below the video to my blog post and to all the supplies used and all that fun stuff. So check that out. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.